Okay, my name's Mike Jackson. Really appreciate the opportunity to come here today. I'm going to get us back on track. I got 15 minutes, and I bet you I'll give you at least 5 back. So again, I'm talking about nanotechnology. How many of you all have ever used nanotechnology on your farms? Couple? How many have heard of it? Several? Okay. So what I'm going to do is in the next 4 minutes make you guys nanotechnology experts. The most important thing to remember about nanotechnology is right here on the cover. It's something to be used every tank, every pass. Make everything a little bit better. That's really what we're trying to do. So if you open this up, here is the summary. And it's right here. It is, you take our particles, mix with your crop inputs, and apply it to a plant, and it's faster, more efficient delivery. So in the middle, right here, is the science behind nano. Okay, so what does nano mean? Nano means a billionth, and that is just a unit of measure. So there's lots of things that are nano. This is billionths of a meter, and our particular particles that we use range in size of 10 to 100 nanometers in size. The most important thing here is this. To the right, we can load onto our particle. To the left are things that we can't load onto this particle. Okay, so this is a size matter types of thing. One important thing is this. Our particles are really similar in size to a virus. That's very important. This next box down here shows the magic, the secret sauce, everything that happens. Everything that you apply to the plant has to get inside the plant cell to do its thing. Whether you're trying to feed it, kill it, protect it, doesn't matter, it has to get inside a plant cell. Most things are going to go through diffusion or active transport. Think of this, it's like an hourglass. It's one at a time and it's slow. If you take glyphosate, for example, glyphosate has a rain fast of 2 to 4 hours depending on which version you're using. That means it takes about 2 to 4 hours for enough to get inside the plant cell for it to work. However, whenever you blend that same glyphosate onto our nanoparticles, what happens is it will get in more faster and it will be rain fast within minutes. So this is a very fast way to get things inside a plant cell. And it does it through this process right here called endocytosis. Endocytosis is a natural way that a plant cell brings in a virus. So this is a Trojan horse type of thing. Our particles loaded end up looking like a virus to a plant cell, and it brings it in through this endocytosis process where it basically just opens up, engulfs, or swallows that particle that's loaded up with whether it's herbicide, nutrients, fungicides, doesn't matter. So this middle strip here is the summary. You take our particles, blend it with your nutrients, your herbicides, what have you. It will load as you apply it to the crop, whether it's foliar or soil applied, they're going to get in faster through this endocytosis. This is A to Z, the summary of nanotechnology. If you Google nanotechnology, most likely you're going to see something in pharmaceuticals where they use this same technology with chemotherapy or vaccines or that sort of thing. So nano is literally across a bunch of different industries. We just so happen to be kind of one of the first companies to launch it into agriculture to make things more efficient. If you open this up, whenever I started with nano, and this is going to be my 5th crop that I've sold nano into, what we did when we got here was said, okay, how do we prove this? This is like so many technologies. Most things don't start in corn and soybeans. Most things start in specialty crops. This is no different. But when we came to the Midwest, we said, how do we prove this? So we went to Beck's and got into their PFR studies, as well as precision planting at the PTI farm in Pontiac, Illinois, and then multiple university studies. We've been there for 3, 4, 5 years, depending on which one you're looking at. We are Beck's PFR proven with Nano Pro, Nano N, and the same type of results at precision planting. So this is This is one of those things that regardless what you blend it with or what crop you're applying it to, it just gets things in faster, more efficiently. So you get better herbicide kill, better nutrient use efficiency, better fungicide protection, and that sort of thing. So lots of different ways to use it. We have two main products. I'll just talk about the main one, and that is Nano Pro. So Nano Pro comes in a jug. It's 4 ounces per acre, and essentially all it is our particles suspended in ultra-purified water, ready to blend. So they literally will blend with anything. There's nothing that it won't blend with. You can mix it right into the concentrate, whether it's your totes of, say, glyphosate, whether it's your nutrients, what have you. You can blend right in it. You can blend in your inductor cone. Doesn't matter. It blends extremely well. The other product is Nano N. It's also 4 ounces per acre. It's slightly different in terms of size, shape, and density, and it's more geared towards, say, nitrogen or nutrients. But those are the main two products. Again, both are 4 ounces per acre. They're $3 to $4 per acre for the grower to be able to use this. And again, they're really geared towards making things more efficient. Any questions on nanotechnology or the products?
Can you reduce whatever you're putting on?
There's 2 questions every farmer will ask if you stand here long enough. One is, can I reduce? Here's what we say is this. If you drive around today, weed control is not what it was 20 years ago. There's plenty of room. You know, I think Clint talked a little bit about 640 bushels or whatever the number it is. There's all kinds of room for more. And the position we've had is this. Take this, add it to what you're doing. Don't cut anything back. Get better herbicide, better fungicide, better nutrient use efficiency. But, of course, in today's environment, farmers are farmers. You're going to get more out of this. Absolutely.
You do 4 ounces when you fungicide, you do 4 ounces when you spray your herbicide, you do 4 ounces when you throw it in your 28
Yep. You read the cover. Every tank, every pass. Absolutely. That's what it's for. It's $3 or so for the Nano Pro. 3 and change. So it's meant to be economical so you can use it multiple different ways. The only thing, and this is the only thing you got to remember, it works every time. And it works every time this way. It will always, it's a little magnet. It will always load whatever you put with it. Doesn't care what it is, as long as it's smaller, it's going to load it. And it will always go into a plant cell through endocytosis because it's too big to diffuse across. So it always does its thing. Here is the only thing that you have to remember to make it work. Down here at the bottom left, we blew the most important thing up and put it really small on the bottom left. But it's mixing order, and that's it. So what we want to do is this. Water and conditioner in your tank. And then literally put Nano Pro with your active. And it will load it like a magnet within a split second. Then you can shove that into the tank and add any surfactants. So that's the only secret to this.
Did you pre-mix that in, like, let's say, an aggregated plus blend?
Yes, sir.
Stuff in it and just let it in there and set?
Yep.
So it can come preloaded?
You can load it now, 2 months ago, 2 months from now. Doesn't matter.
But it has to be small?
Yes. It's not going to load biology,
Okay.
but it's very synergistic with biology.
Okay.
Not going to load biology. Okay, any other questions? Yep. Great question. So the other question, can I reduce? What's it do to crop response? Okay. In general, anything with your sprayer, you think some burners or anything that's going to have phytotoxicity, the one thing that this is going to do is, or it's going to do this. There's only 2 responses I've heard, and I've sold this on literally millions of acres, is that you couldn't tell the difference or it safened it. Most likely it's going to safen it. What you mentioned was in furrow, and this is the only watch out I would say, is this. If you're using 1034O in furrow, which I'm a specialty fertilizer guy, I wouldn't do that anyway, But yes, it's going to bring more salt into that area. So if you're using a high salt type of thing like 1034O, definitely cut that in half. If you're not, if you're using regular starter, you're fine. For the most part, anything that you apply top of the crop, you're good. This is going to have a safening effect because what it's doing is taking off the leaf surface and inside the plant so it can be metabolized. Okay, I've got one more quick product, and it's so interesting. He just threw up the slide. It's on the back of this sheet. But this is a long story of how we came up with this product and why I'm here representing it today. But it's this right here. I just mentioned mixing order. The first thing what we want to do is put water and condition it. So how many of you guys know what your pH is of your water today? Couple? And anybody do anything about it? What are you using? Okay, yep. LI 700, okay. So this product, what we want to do is this. We want to take your pH. Most of the pHs that I've checked across the Midwest are somewhere in that 7 to 8 would be a general bell curve of what the acres are at. What we want to do is try to drop it below a 6. So what this product, the first thing it's going to do is going to reduce pH at a pint per 100, roughly 2 points. And it depends on the next part of this. The number 2 thing there is the bicarbonates. So an 8 pH doesn't mean there's a bunch of bicarbonates. A 7 pH doesn't mean there's less than an 8. Those two are not related, other than when it goes to dropping them, okay? So you take bottled water, it may be a 7 pH, but it's not going to take much of this product to drop that pH down to a 3, okay? But you take some of your, well water or something that may be a 7 pH, and it may, this pint of this product may only drop at 1.5 points, and it all depends on the bicarbonates. So the first thing is it's going to drop pH. The second thing it does is ties up bicarbonates. So it's going to chelate those bicarbonates and keep them from reacting with anything else that you put into that tank. So what we're trying to do is purify this water so the pH is right, so it doesn't degrade what you're putting in it, and we want to make sure nothing is in there that's going to attach or tie up, those whatever you're putting in the tank, whether it's herbicides or nutrients or whatever. The third thing and the last thing that it's going to do is this. It's got meld technology. The guys that created this product used to work for AstraZeneca. This is the same technology that's in the nicotine patch. So the same way that they use a nicotine patch that allows nicotine to translocate across your skin and get inside your bloodstream is the same technology that's in this. They just use cuticular wax instead of human, waxy or oily skin cells. So it's going to drop pH, tie up bicarbonates, and act as a surfactant. This is about a pint per 100, and it's less than $2 per acre. Any questions? Yep. We have OMRI approved versions of particularly the Nano. We don't on the Nuvano. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's very similar. You can't say nano, you can say small in that world, Yeah, erase that part. Any other questions, guys? If what comes pre-mixed? So here's what you do. These particles, okay, don't care what they load. You can put, whatever size-wise is right, it's going to load it, right? So think of R3 soybeans. A lot of people may use a fungicide, maybe a nutritional, right? So what first step is, if it was me, I would load, or I would use it with my fungicide. The second thing I would do is with my nutritional. A lot of our folks that have been with us at least 1 or 2 or 3 years, they're all using it like this. They'll put it with their nutritionals and with their fungicide, even though it's going in the same tank. So 4 ounces are minimum per application, but you can run 8 or even more. Most guys just running between 4 and 8, depending on if they have something that they're trying to, maybe glyphosate is very important to them, maybe a fungicide is very important, maybe it's nutrition that's very important. Whatever it is, they can put with that product whenever they apply.
When you mix them, you throw the Nano in with your biologicals, your foliar, before you throw it in the big tank.
Yep. Now, if you get your water right, it becomes less important. But 10 years ago, when we started with this nano technology, and we were down in Florida, and we couldn't figure out why results were inconsistent, is because when you put nano into hard water, it loads. It's going to load your calcium, and whatever's in your water, it's going to be on that particle. And it's not going to be able to load your, fungicide, nutrients, whatever. Yeah. So mixing order is the only main thing that, really matters with this. But it will always load, and it will always deliver. Now, does it always work? Depends on if you needed whatever, you're trying to apply. But the main thing is this: we're not trying to change your agronomics. We're not trying to tell you the new way of farming. We're just saying take what already works and add in nano to it, and you're going to get a better result. The very first trials that we did, like I said, we went to Beck's, we went to precision planting. I believe this is right. The first year we had 25 different mixes, combinations, and trials. 24 of them showed a positive ROI. And it's because we're not changing anything about your farm. We're just taking what you already know works and adding nano. So faster, more efficient. Yep.
When you said, so you have to mix it with your herbicide, I think
How about good, better, best? The way you're doing it's good. Better is to put your herbicide in the tank. So put water, conditioner, all your herbicides, foliars, all that into the tank, add nano. That's better than what, without nano. Best is if you put water and conditioner in the tank, and then in your inductor, literally put Nano Pro with whatever you want. That's where I'm saying use 2 and 2, use 3 and 3, use 4 and 4, use 2, 2 and 2, however you want to do that. Yep. Absolutely. It's just a magnet. And I'm not a very smart guy. I'm not an agronomist. I like to dumb everything down. It is no different than holding a magnet, and you got bolts, washers, and nuts. If you want to pick up bolts, you don't put it in the washer bin first. Okay? No different with this. It pays to be, not very smart sometimes. Any other questions? All right, appreciate it. Thank you.